Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of me showing you the Necrophages race for Endless Legend. As I said in my last series, I was going to play this race a little bit since we have seen what the beginning of the game looks like, and I have constructed two cities. We own the region of, actually Keltrix is what I renamed this region. Does it still hold that name? Oh, cool. So yeah, that will rename the actual region and not just a city. Nice. Cool. So this is now the region of Keltrix, and then the city of Id-Ilye, which I have not changed. And you can see I have added a couple of districts to each one, which has left us with a very low approval rating. We have a 50% approval rating in this city and a 30% approval rating in this city, because I have the three districts. Actually, I'm building a third right now. And the overall unhappiness of the Empire, 36%. So it's pretty bad, and I'm going to be spending these episodes trying to raise that up and showing other things off. So, before I jump into that, I wanted to show you these graphics. Should look different than my first series covering the Wild Walkers, because I unfortunately did not have the graphics set on high. For whatever reason, I just didn't think about it. I thought the graphics looked the way they did because it was an alpha and they just haven't released the HD, the high def character models and, you know, textures and all that. But no, I just forgot to increase the actual graphics. So I apologize since that the game looked worse in my first series, but I have corrected that mistake, and now look at it. It looks really good. That looks beautiful. Look at those trees. Look at this little anomaly here spouting out smoke. Like, it looks really good. So anyway, the Necrophages. Let's run over what you can expect to get from the Necrophages in terms of Empire bonuses. So, you get a -1 terrain, or sorry, -1 food on terrain with food. You get +4 attack to all of your units per declared war. So they're a very war-focused hive mind bug race. You get 5% health regeneration on Empire. You get the decrease of cost of a district, so that promotes you to expand faster, expand your cities faster. You also get +2 food per person per city improvement on the city, which can help counteract the whole -1 terrain or food on terrain with food. So that's a nice buff right there. With the more improvements, the more expansion you have, the actual more food you will be producing. So that's pretty cool. Now the downside is, since we are a hive mind bug race, there is no peace. No alliance. There is nothing of the kind. You are only at war or you're in Cold War. That's your two options for the Necrophages. Let's see. No diplomatic technologies and victory. No bribes and talk technologies. They don't believe in talking. They just believe in conquering, assimilating, and using the corpses of their enemies. And I'll show you that in a moment. Actually, right here. +1 cadaver per any unit killed in battle unless you lost the battle. So cadavers, we'll cover that real quickly, is right over here in this recycling counter. And you collect a cadaver, as they say, per unit killed in a battle, up to 8. And when you get 8, this then goes back down to 1, and then you get a food stockpile. And you can use this food stockpile to give your any city +120 food, which I'll show here in a moment. So that also furthers this whole idea of this is just a hive bug empire that wants to just expand as fast as possible, kill everything in sight so that they can recycle those body parts and use them for food to increase the growth of their empire. So it's a really cool feel, definitely different than the Wild Walkers. So next we have a +1 food stockpile per cadavers, which I just went through, and recycling is what this is right here. This right here is stuff that came afterwards. I have assimilated these Ursies in this game, which give us the 5% building production costs and 5% building production cost reduction. Yes, that's what we're getting that from. And the -20% to gold and research is because of our Empire approval rating, and the +3 per person is from our Empire plan, which you can see reflected right here. Okay, we also have a couple luxury resources, and I actually want to use one. There we go, +40 approval on cities. So let's use this. There we go. So that should help us. There we go. Our Empire now has jumped up to 76%, and now instead of the -20%, we have +15 on gold and research. I just wanted to get it to this point to show you how important it is to actually have a high approval rating in this game. A low approval rating, you're going to just really be hurting yourself. So try to keep it high. I wanted to show you what low and high was, which is why I made it this way. I'm also researching currently to also counteract the low approval that I've built in this game. I'm researching the sewer system, which, if you will recall, I believe sewer system was a free research for the Wild Walkers. They started with the sewer system, I believe. It was that and the seed storage, neither of which this faction started with. This faction, oh, you know, I actually kind of forgot what they started with. I believe they started with the Alchemist Furnace, and I think they started with the Empire Mint? Or maybe it was the Open Pit Mine, one of those two. I apologize, I meant to remember that. But you can also see that the first unit that they can research, the Wild Walkers researched a support unit, but the... Am I saying Wild Walker? What? I keep getting their name wrong. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, and the Necro Drones is a flying unit, so it's cool to see that not every single faction's Era 1 unit that they can research is going to be support. It's actually going to be different depending on the faction. I just like to have diversity in all the factions in the game, so I really appreciate just even little things like this, that this is a flying unit and not a support. So yes, we are currently researching sewer system. Hopefully we'll get that done here in a couple turns, which should be 5. Okay. Now, I also wanted to show the growth, so let's use a food stockpile. Yes. And now we get to choose which one we want it to be on. So, Keltrix is our main city, and then this is our newest city that I've made. You can see we only have a population of 2, so I think I'm going to give them the food. So I'll say select, and that should be enough to get them more people, I think. Anything else I want to do here? I don't need to worry about that yet because I'm not under attack. And then this is just our strategic resource. I'm currently pumping out glass steel. There we go. So you can see the boost. We now have 1 turn until the population growth. I wonder... Does that carry over though? City growth in stock 50. City growth upper limit 81. Maybe that's something I should wait to give until we pop a new population, you know, so I should have waited till we go to 3 and then give them the food buff. We'll see if that carries over. I'm not sure if it does. So anyway, you can see that everyone's happy now, so all of our workers are producing even better. And I'll go over the improvements I have in our capital city. We'll go up here to browse, because I never showed this. So these are the 2 that you come with. Yes, these are the ones you come with, and then these are the ones that I built. So we have the Dust Dredger, which gives us more gold on the terrain with rivers, which is why I've been building my district along the rivers. And then the Empire Mint, which gives us even more money. And the Founders, which every civilization in this game starts with. You can build a Founders Memorial. So for our army, it's not that long, but we do have access to these... I think they're called Rumblers. Yeah, I renamed them to a Berserker because I thought that's what they look like. But we got access to them because of our assimilated race. So we now have Rumbler Infantry. The thing is, though, the basic units, I'll show you up here. This is your starting army, except for minus one of these Foragers. These Foragers are pretty cool. And Feed on Bones is also pretty cool because Last Stand ability, as much as I can figure, because again, I can't actually hover over these to find out what they do, but through combat, I have actually lost these units in the battle, but they come back at the end of the battle if I am victorious. So how cool is that? Our units, even though they die, even our hero, because my hero has actually died in this campaign, I still managed to win the battle and they come back to life, including them keeping their levels. So he's level 4, and these guys should be pretty high. Only level 2? Oh. Okay, they're not that high. Maybe they lose a level with Last Stand. I thought they should be higher. But anyway, I've also already upgraded them with some better weapons. If I go to our... That's not the screen I want. Here we go. So he is a Forge level 4. That means I've edited him 3 times. So if you go into Edit, he starts with none of this armor, no accessories. We currently have +2 defense and +2 initiative for these guys. They start with a very basic axe weapon, yeah. They start with this axe weapon, which I actually need to replace, come to think of it. What else can I get? Ooh, glass steel helmet. I just have the basic iron. But yeah, they start out with just a very basic shield, not even this one, and then a basic axe. They're still pretty cool, though, with the Last Stand ability that brings them back to life. And they also look kind of cool, too. I like the way they look. Alright, so what do I want to do for upgrading? That's a two-handed... You know, I may actually do two-handed. Because our hero has a shield and is very armored up, very defensive. I can have these guys just be kind of like, you know, glass cannons, especially since they have the last stand ability. As long as we win, that's all that matters. So, let's go to the weapons. What do we have here? That axe. I think we're going to want these glass steel claws. So let's do that, which will take away the shield because it's a two-handed weapon. Bumping our attack up to 25, initiative of 15, which is really high, and a very high critical chance too. So, I will hit apply. There we go, Forager 5. I haven't really used the Necrodrone, because the one time I did use the Necrodrone, our flying unit, I put him in a battle, he died, but he does not have last stand, so he didn't come back. So I haven't really used them at all, and I just assimilated these guys, so I pumped out a unit who is currently sitting in this city to protect it. You can see the garrison there. Oh, that's the actual Rumbler. I'm sorry, that's before I upgraded him to a Berserker. So anyway, that is the current situation. We have not met any of our enemies, potential enemies, but you can see that we are pretty close. So I've just been exploring this immediate area, looking for ruins and doing our story quests. The current story quest that we're on right now is level 2, or the second quest in the story of the Necrophages, which is the Madman's Dream. I had to search these ruins, but after gathering 15 glass steel and 25 emeralds, I haven't even seen emeralds yet, so not sure when I'm going to be able to do that. But I do have glass steel. But anyway, my current plan is, of course, getting the sewer systems up to get our approval rating up, and then after that we need to expand. So I'm currently looking into these surrounding places to see where I want to expand, and to actually help me with that, I probably should build a Necrodrone simply because of their speed. It should make a good scout. So we'll put that up, and you can see that I'm currently building this Urses village to claim it right there. So after this is built, we should have a line of sight in this area, as well as the production costs, yes, will be reduced on our Rumbler units. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and so that is bringing you up to date on the current situation for this Necrophage campaign. Alright, so let's select our hero. We have already moved him for this turn. Okay, I guess we would just end turn. Alright, and before we move on, I will use the retrofit button here to retrofit our foragers with the new claws. I'll say yes. Alright. And are there any ones that we have to explore? Any ruins? This one is still highlighted, so we have to explore that. So let's go over there. 80 dust. Cool. Oh, something else I wanted to show you that these skill trees are different. So you can notice these are all different. Strength of the Wild is a defensive based stat, and all these are different compared to the Wild race that I showed you in the last series. Indiana Bones is the same, but then this is different too. Plus 5 food on city, 10 on food on city, and so on and so forth. But it actually, is that the same? I think that's the same. Was the other one a food based item skill, I mean? It's just called something different? That may be the same. Oh well. Alright, so those ruins are searched. There is another Urses village over there. Where would I want to expand? I think we're going to want to expand up here to get close to our neighbor. Yeah. So let me continue exploring this area over here. We currently have 8 turns till this is done. After that, I think I will want to build a settler. So let's get that queued up. Our village is done. There you go. We now have line of sight around the village. Isn't that great? And population has grown to 5. Okay, so that did actually use all of the food, and not just enough to get them to the next population and then wasted the rest. Because that was a population 2 city, so that is awesome. From 2 to 5 in 1 turn. That stockpile is insane. And we're 6 away from a next stockpile. That's such a cool feature. I really enjoyed how unique the races were in Endless Space, and it really looks like it's going to be the same in Endless Legend. They all play differently, and that's great. That's so great. Alright, anything else we need to do? No. We could pump out this for 121, but That seems to be like a waste of money to me. I think I want to save my money for the settler and get him out as fast as possible. I think that's what I will do. So let's end the turn. Okay. Finish our movements. Another Ursae's village. We've already explored those ruins. A foundation. So you can see here the effects. I also appreciate this, that the tile information that they show you is taking into effect your empire bonuses or weaknesses, like the challenge there. The -1 food on the tile is from our empire, and that's really cool that it's reflected there, so you know exactly what you're getting if you want that tile. That's really cool. The presentation in this game, really good. It's really good, the information they give you. Alright, what else do we need to do? I think it's going to be a pretty quiet few turns, so let's just end. Wait a minute, didn't I retrofit already? Did I forget to hit apply? Whoops. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I know why it's not happening, because we need 3 glass steel per forager. So we're going to need 9 before I can actually do that. Okay. Okay. And another village to subjugate. Wow. So the one thing I don't know about this game yet, and we'll find out hopefully with this little series, is if I can make... Well, let me see, hold on. Well, never mind. I was going to say if I can make the rumblers in this area if we have these cities conquered. What I'm basically trying to say... Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to word this. You see this building production cost reduction per pacified village on city. I was going to see if this would stack with just any Ursae's village in the game, or if it's only in the city region where you first assimilated them in. Since it says on city, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to find out, I guess. Alright, so that's our movement for them. I hope that made sense. Sorry. I was trying to find a way to word that correctly. And in turn, we're going to have... Wow, voice is breaking. We're going to have a flyer out this turn, so I should be able to use him for a scout over this way. So let's select him. I'll do a new army. There's our beautiful flying bugs, and let's fly them this way. Ooh. Oh, the haunts. Wow, they are out in force. Oh, interesting. I thought they would stay within their own region of the city, but these guys are in another region. Wow, okay. Let's hope they don't attack me, because they probably win that fight. The Necrophages is not exactly a great fighter. His defense is very low. Does have high hit points, though. Alright, so what else are we going to make in this city? Should we do another district? We have a sewer system up in one turn, and I would like to get that done first. Stronghold is a +3 city defense cap on the city. I don't really need that right now. Well, I mean, what I could do is start working on the district and then just change the production next turn. And I think I'm going to want to expand over here. Do I want a food tile there or production and research? I think I want production and research. So we'll expand right there. And this building also has the dust dredger, which gives us more money for building tiles on the sea regions. So that's why I'm kind of expanding out here towards the sea to get even more money. Okay. And, wow, we can actually... Nope, I don't want to do that. I need to pump out the settler. Which are still not quite there yet. And I think we're going to attack these villages right now to try and get more cadavers for our empire. Sewer system is done. Oh, and we are in Era 2. I forgot to tell you that. But I got into Era 2 and then that's when I stopped playing and I wanted to hit record. And I have not really checked anything out here. So what is this? Proliferator. This is a support unit. Low damage 1? I imagine that means they just deal low damage. So why are they a support? What do they do? This is what I need to know. Really what I want to look at is see if we have any more approval buildings. Here we go. Demanding gods. Hunger for food, recognition, or glory can drive one to extreme behavior. Gives the ability to sacrifice a population to gain 40 approval on the Empire for a limited time. Duration depends on how many people remain in the city and can be cumulated. Why can I not say that word? You know what I'm trying to say. Plus 0.5 per person in city just before sacrifice. Cumulated. Jesus. Plus 0.05. Wait, what? Depends on people remaining in city and can be accumulated. Plus 0.05. Oh, okay, got it. Never mind. Okay. That's pretty cool that we can sacrifice our own people. What else is here? Watchtower, we saw that in the other series. Forest management is more food. More food. Stockpile. Creates food stockpiles. Plus 250 food to these stockpiles combined with other stockpile bonuses. So does that mean instead of just getting the, what was it, 120 or 150 food per stockpile, we get 250 instead? Wow. That's pretty good. Cannon fodder. Minus 50% dust on unit. I'm assuming this is an upgrade to make all of our guys cheaper, huh? Wow, that's cool. Unlock tier 2 accessories. Plus 1 accessory slot on units. So many things. Mining rights. Plus 30 production on city. Plus 1 production on terrain with forests. More weapons. Production stockpiles. Oh, no way. And then armor. Well, for this little series, I want to try and show off as many units as we can, so I'll just grab this thing first. And now, let's go to combat. Get more bodies for the body pile. Although I should have upgraded first to get our new claw unit, our claws. That's okay. Let's do ready. That looks fine to me. Why are we... There we go. I guess, oh, because he's in the forest, so that's a negative, because our guy is not in the forest. Got it. Or is he just higher? No, he's just higher. I just couldn't see the little ridges. Look at that. Look at that defensive unit. Only took 6 damage. Even these little throwaway units, I've had them upgraded so much, and they're leveled up to 2, that they're not taking as much damage from these rumblers, which is really cool. And he is dead. There we go. And that should be 2 more cadavers for our stockpile. Let me just confirm. We are at 4. Awesome. Now let's go over here and do the same thing to these guys. Try to get that stockpile up. And then... move these guys up here. Another haunt village. And the sea or... it's probably a lake. That could be the sea. Not sure. We'll dismiss that. And sewer system. We'll switch that up like that. We will queue up the sewer system here as well. You know what I should do? To make this cheaper, I should actually put this in the first. and knock off a couple turns of production, then we can buy it out. That's what I should have done. And that is all I will do for this turn. No! Oh, there's no way we're gonna win this. Well, yeah, I don't think we will. But I'll do a manual fight. Darn it. We're gonna want as good of ground as we can get. It's a one-on-one fight. We do not want to charge. So I think I'd want to drag him over here. No, I'll drag him over here. The thing is, if I hold here, the only way to get this guy here is if he was able to move, and if he can move there, that means he can get the attack off first. That's actually okay. That's fine. Never mind. That's okay. And then we'll do ready and hold. Oh yeah, right, the reinforcement. Yeah, we're dead. Ah, screw it. Go for him. At least we're going to be fighting on equal ground, I guess. What? You guys can only fly one? But you're a flying unit! I didn't even look at the speed, I just assumed. No, the speed is 2. Wow, we actually did pretty good right there. Ooh. Darn. So it looks like I may want to have our scouting parties be a couple drones, not just one. But yeah, this movement was 2. I thought he is it 2 movement to move up a terrain, I guess? Like on a higher terrain? I have not paid too much attention to the movement points and how much movement it takes yet, but that's what I get for not paying attention. Let's go over here. Yeah, let's do manual, and I'll show you that last stand in action. And look at that, we can see a new empire. Another necrophage. Alright. Dismiss. And where is our weak guy? Ah, it's this guy right there. Alright. So, let's do ready? We'll have this guy go one-on-one with him, so hopefully he loses so you can see the last stand. You guys will gang up on him. And launch. Oh, he critted me. And I forgot to upgrade again. Ah, oh, God. Oh boy. He may not even live long enough to attack these guys. Oh boy. Darn. I can't even show it to you. The last stand. Oh well. Dismiss. And before I forget, retrofit. What? It didn't work again. Oh no, that retrofit is with all 3. What the? Is it not working because I'm not in my own terrain? My own region? Empire, whatever? Maybe that's the case. That's what's going on. Let me move back. The thing is, I could have sworn in my Wild Walkers game I was able to upgrade my stuff even outside of my own empire. I could have sworn I did that. Now let's just double check. Anything else to do this turn? No. Stockpile should be up to 6. There we go. And let's see if we can rush this guy out yet. Nope. Alright, in the turn. There we go. We will spend the money and rush that thing out. Population has grown. Excellent. And nothing else to do, so let's do that. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I guess I was wrong. You have to upgrade in your own empire. I could have sworn I didn't have to, though, in my Wild Walker game. Or maybe that was just the hero. Let me test this out. Let me see if we can update our hero outside of our empire. So we will give him... let's see, where's the glass steel stuff? Here we go. Give him glass steel helmet, the armor. What weapon does he have? Glass steel sword. Gives an initiative bonus on the army. We already have a pretty high initiative. We don't really need that. Let's see if this will even happen. Okay, so you can't retrofit units, but you can retrofit your hero if he's not in your empire. Okay, that's where the confusion was for me. Got it. Well, now I know. And now you know, if you didn't know already. And that's going to do it for the first episode for our look at the Necrophages. Next time, hopefully, we'll get to see this Proliferator and maybe even get it in action. I'm also going to hire some more scouts to go up this way, get our settler to go up here, settle there, and then probably... can I speak today? Probably go to war with the enemy Necrophages sitting right there. So thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Take care.